Welcome to the YouTube channel, The Right Place, where inspiration meets outdoor creativity in a way that transforms nature's leftovers into true artistic beauty. In today's video, we're diving into the enchanting world of transforming old branches and abandoned tree stumps into a rustic garden wonderland for 2026. This concept blends eco-friendly creativity with timeless design aesthetics, ensuring your garden becomes a reflection of personality and passion rather than just greenery. Turning old branches and tree remnants into pieces of art taps into a deep appreciation for organic textures, imperfections, and natural aging. As you watch, you'll gain ideas that elevate outdoor decor from simple gardening to a curated experience of rustic elegance. Make sure to stay with us until the end. Today's collection of ideas might completely change how you see the wood around you. One, envisioning natural sculpture. Envisioning old branches as sculptural elements allows us to see nature as our artistic collaborator rather than simply a resource to be cleared away. This perspective transforms raw shapes into striking lawn centerpieces, like twisted branches forming abstract frames or sinuous shapes guiding the eye along a garden pathway. Each curve, knot, and bark texture becomes a unique visual signature that can't be purchased in any store. By selecting branch pieces with interesting profiles, you embrace naturally formed art curated by time and weather. Another powerful approach is using whole tree stumps as sculptural pillars or anchor points in an outdoor space. Tree stumps often boast innate symmetry and muscle the memory of a once living giant in your yard, and incorporating them can balance softness from greenery with grounded stability. They encourage vertical design thinking, from elevated planters to pedestals for metal ornaments or solar lanterns. With thoughtful placement, each stump becomes a fixture of artistic permanence, not debris. Two, branch-based garden furniture. Turning branches into garden furniture invites an authentic rustic style that speaks of craftsmanship and imagination. Think about creating branch-backed benches, twig-wrapped chairs, or even whimsical little stools that resemble something out of a woodland fairy tale. The natural patterning of bark and intersecting branches brings charm that polished commercial furniture simply cannot replicate. Each piece becomes not only functional, but an expression of artistry. Stability and ergonomics should be considered carefully, and reinforcing joints with hidden metal supports or natural hemp rope adds both durability and style. When properly sealed and finished with eco-safe wood oils, branch furniture ages beautifully, gaining patina rather than decay. Such pieces instantly shift the ambience of a garden, creating places not just to sit, but to linger, converse, and enjoy the surroundings. Rustic furniture complements seasonal changes, making every moment outdoors feel poetic. Three, fairytale pathways and arches. Creating branch-based arches and walkway borders brings motion and narrative into an otherwise static space. These curved wooden structures invite visitors into the garden as if stepping into an enchanted woodland realm, subtly guiding exploration from one area to the next. Even loosely assembled branches can evoke architectural gestures, archways, frames, or gateways. Each pathway becomes a journey rather than just a route from point to point. 'Tree stumps can be integrated along the edges of these paths to serve as markers or stepping platforms. Over time, moss and lichen may gently decorate their surfaces, further enhancing their storybook quality. Whether arranged in symmetrical alignment or organic placement, these stumps and branches define transitions in garden spaces. This transforms simple walking into an immersive experience where every step feels intentional and magical. 4. Stump planters and root bowls. One of the most striking uses of tree stumps is transforming them into planters, nesting colorful blossoms inside carved recesses where roots once grew. This form of repurposing celebrates life cycles. What once supported leaves now nurtures new foliage. The bark creates a natural contrast with soft petals, producing a living sculpture that visually enriches the garden. Every plant selection adds different personality: delicate succulents, bold dahlias, trailing ivy. Branches, meanwhile, can be wrapped around such stump planters to add accents and elevate the theme of rustic charm. Intertwined branches can form cradles, cages, or frameworks above or around the stumps, creating a layered effect. Light-shadow interaction becomes part of the design, especially when sunlight plays across the textures. By combining stump hollows and branch supports, you craft miniature ecosystems of creativity. 5. Garden totems and story poles. Garden totems crafted from stacked branches and carved stumps can tell symbolic stories or simply inject bold vertical artistry into your outdoor environment. Each segment may represent seasons, memories, or even mythic shapes carved or etched into the wood. These installations connect the viewer emotionally to both the material and the garden atmosphere. When arranged with intent, they communicate imagination in a silent yet expressive language. A series of totems across the garden can function almost like a pathway of inspiration, directing attention to focal points or harmonizing with background foliage. Soft lighting, positioned subtly at ground level, can transform them into nighttime sculptures as well. The rustic grain illuminated under warm light reveals details unseen during daylight. This interplay of wood and illumination creates an ever-changing sensory experience. Six, bird havens and insect sanctuaries. Old branches and stumps can be transformed into habitats that enrich the ecosystem rather than merely enhancing aesthetics. Carving small hollows and nooks invites beneficial insects to take residence, supporting pollination and natural pest control. Birds also appreciate branch-based perches and safe lookout spots, especially when elevated strategically. These elements bring movement and life to the garden in ways no statue or plastic ornament can. Insect sanctuaries built from cut wood layers, bark fragments, and stacked branches are not just functional, they add curious visual character. Visitors might lean in to examine the small holes, cracks, and textures that host unseen microcommunities. Such features demonstrate harmony between human creativity and natural systems. Your garden becomes not merely decorated, but ecologically alive. 7. Rustic lantern stands and candle posts. Tree stumps work beautifully as bases for lanterns or candle holders, turning them into grounding beacons of warm evening glow. The natural wood tones amplify the firelight, creating an atmosphere of serenity and nostalgia. Branch arms can extend from these stumps to hold hanging lanterns like rustic chandeliers. This transforms nighttime gardening into an enchanting twilight ritual. Adding lantern posts ensures both function and safety, illuminating walkways, seating areas, or intimate garden corners. Soft yellow or amber lighting harmonizes with the earthy textures of bark, creating a calm and intimate mood. The integration of branches as supports gives a handcrafted, organic appearance rather than synthetic symmetry. Each illuminated point is like a star grounded on earth. 8. Garden signage with character. Stumps and branches can be carved or painted to form charming garden signs that label areas or deliver friendly messages. Instead of plastic markers, handcrafted signage speaks with character and authenticity. Even a simple inscription, like herb path or quiet corner, becomes aesthetically pleasing when carved into natural wood. Guests instantly feel the personality of the space. Weathered wood absorbs pigments and patina over time, making these signs subtly evolve as seasons change. Surrounding them with flowers or vines makes them almost part of the living environment. Each piece of signage contributes to an atmosphere where every element feels curated rather than merely placed. These details collectively transform the garden into a narrative landscape. 9. Branch trellises and climbing supports. Branches woven into trellises create sturdy frameworks for climbing plants such as jasmine, vine roses, or clematis. These structures provide support while simultaneously blending seamlessly with the garden's natural aesthetic. Rather than glaring metal grids, branch trellises offer organic silhouettes that partner gracefully with foliage. Over time, the growing plants weave themselves through the branch lattice until structure and plant become one. Tree stumps positioned beneath or beside these trellises anchor them visually and physically. The roots beneath still hold symbolic strength, while above, branches create upward-reaching connections. The entire presentation feels like nature building upon nature, with supporting leaf, stem reaching skyward. The effect is both picturesque and deeply calming. 10. Woodland seating nooks. Creating intimate seating nooks built around stumps or branch installations invites peaceful retreat and contemplation. These areas become sanctuaries within your garden, places to read, sip tea, or simply admire outdoor life. Incorporating curved branch backrests and stump tables adds an organic softness to the space. Visitors will feel as though they're sitting inside a living sculpture. Surrounding these seating areas with aromatic plants, like lavender, rosemary, or mint, enhances the atmosphere with gentle fragrance. The tactile surfaces of weathered wood contrast beautifully with lush greenery and soft cushions. The garden becomes not just a place to see, but a place to feel and breathe. These nooks embody soulful comfort combined with rustic artistry. (11) Preserving and finishing the wood. To ensure longevity of your stump and branch creations, proper sealing and finishing methods are essential. Natural linseed or tung oil treatments penetrate the grain, protecting the wood from moisture without compromising its rustic texture. This not only extends the life of your creations, but deepens their beauty with a soft satin glow. Preservation becomes part of the artistic process. Regular seasonal maintenance, like brushing off moss where unintended or re-oiling surfaces, keeps everything vibrant and functional. Rather than erasing nature's wear, you manage it like a curator maintaining a beloved outdoor gallery. Each year adds new character, new stories, new time-worn beauty. With just a little care, these installations can last for decades. Conclusion: a garden transformed. Thank you for joining us on this journey through rustic garden magic, where old branches and tree stumps are elevated into elegant visual poetry. With imagination and care, you can transform forgotten wood into meaningful decor that enriches both aesthetics and spirit. Your garden becomes not merely landscaped, but lovingly authored. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and most importantly, subscribe to the YouTube channel, The Right Place, for more inspiring transformations ahead.